Hello Pokemon trainers! Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG Pocket video here on iStarly TV. The brand new set Mega Rising is now live and you can now open packs Blaziken EX, Mega Blaziken EX rather, Mega Altaria EX, and Mega Gyarados EX packs. Each of the packs has a lot of really powerful cards in them, so it was difficult for me to choose. Well, no. I wanted to open Gyarados packs first because it has my amazing beloved Hydreigon, which I was able to open two full arts of which I was able to open two full arts. Now that I have the card I wanted, I'm trying to figure out which pack to open. I'm opening a lot of Blaziken, but all of them are good. They all have good cards in them. Anyways, here is my first new deck of the season. And if you saw my previous video, I did my usual like 3 new decks to try out video, where I build a few decks and show them off with the new cards, just to kind of brainstorm ideas. And usually I end up building at least one of those decks to start the season. And that's what we're doing today. And like I said, Hydreigon is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and this new card looks really powerful. Today we're going to find out how powerful it can be. It's got 150 HP, it's a stage 2 of course. It has a really powerful ability called Roar in Unison. Once during your turn, you may take 2 dark energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you do, you do 30 damage to this Pokemon. So it's kind of like a Mega Giratina, not Mega. It's like a smaller version of Giratina that is better in some ways and worse in others. I think Giratina is still better, but you know, of course, it's reminiscent of Giratina is what I'm saying. You can also do 130 damage for 3 energy, but you have to discard all energy from this Pokemon. And as far as like what else to play with Hydreigon, I ended up settling on Sylveon EX because it draws cards, right? People have seen, you know, I'm sure you've seen the before the previous set, the Charizard EX deck was really powerful with the Stoke Charizard and Sylveon, and really that was all you were playing was Charizard and Sylveon was simply there to help you draw cards. So this is a little bit similar. The big downside to Hydreigon is that it ends up taking a lot of damage. 150 HP is decent, but it's almost like it basically has like 120 HP because you're always trying to set up with that ability, which is of course doing damage to you. So in order to try to mitigate that, I'm playing 2 copies of Lily, which can heal Hydreigon really well. Playing 1 Giant Cape, which is another way that I can extend Hydreigon's life. Of course, we're playing Rare Candy because we have to. Now, I originally had 2 copies of Giant Cape, and then I had 1 Repel and 1 Cyrus, but I ended up swapping these for 1 Red and 1 Giovanni, just because I felt like there are times where, you know, Suicune exists, Entei might be more prevalent now, so getting that extra bit of damage with these cards might prove to be really helpful. As far as what else you could play with Hydreigon, you know, here I'll put the deck like this. It's a dark type, so obviously Darkrai comes to mind. But as I explained in my previous video, I didn't want to play Darkrai in this deck because it just feels like there's too much tension between Hydreigon and Darkrai because you want to be putting your energy on both of them. Like the goal with Hydreigon is to use its ability to put 2 energy on it, put the 3rd energy on it right away, and then attack right away. You really just want to be attacking as soon as you can. And then if you attack, you discard all your energy, so next turn you have to do it again, which means, again, you have to be putting your energy onto Hydreigon in order to get that 3rd energy. So it just felt like Darkrai would just kind of be sitting there. I guess Darkrai could help like as another means of doing damage just in case we don't have Hydreigon. Because one of the big benefits of Hydreigon is the fact that it is not an EX, so your opponent only gets 1 point for knocking it out. So, I don't know. I also considered Mega Absol. I did open 1 awesome full art Mega Absol card, but we'll see. I feel like it has a similar issue to Darkrai, so we'll see how this plays out. I am going to keep trying to refine this deck over the course of the season just because I really love Hydreigon. And again, I opened the 2 full arts, which is amazing. So if you have suggestions for how to make this deck better, let me know, and let's get to some games. Now, of course, Ranked has not started yet, and actually, this is the crazy thing, and a really disappointing thing. It looks like the new Ranked season actually will not be starting for about another month. It looks like Ranked is not going to start until, I think, November 27th. Which is crazy to me and really unfortunate because I would have been a lot more excited for all this if we had more Ranked to play. because it feels like this could be a really fresh meta from the Suicune Oricorio meta that everyone was playing. At least all the decks that I was running into in ranked were like 70% of them were either a Suicune deck or like an electric deck with Oricorio, Zeraora, etc. I just got tired of that, but looks like we're playing Blaziken right away, and this is probably one of the breakout decks of the new format. I mean, whether it'll be a really powerful deck or not remains to be seen, but Blaziken itself, Mega Blaziken EX, is really powerful. Let's go ahead and research. I did open one copy of this beautiful Professor's Research. Unfortunately, as you can see, I did not get two. So, Eevee, actually, how are we going to do this? Well, we'll use the Pokeball. I don't think there's a reason not to. My opponent could evolve right away, but let's see. Because something I could do is... I still need... You know what? I don't know if this is dumb, if this is correct at all, because this is still going to stall us. I'm going to go ahead and evolve Eevee into Sylveon right away. Of course, the new Eevee is really, really powerful. You can evolve it immediately. But it has to be in the active spot. That's the big downside. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and pass now. Maybe that's a big reason to be playing a Psychic deck. But, yeah. So we're not playing Psychic Energy, of course. We can't, because Hydreigon needs 3 Dark Energy. I guess you technically still could play Psychic if you wanted, but I feel like it's not worth it. So they are evolving right away here. And Blaziken one-shots Sylveon. And with that stupid helmet, Blaziken does one-shot Hydreigon. Actually, with Cape, it doesn't. So let's do this. Of course, we cannot evolve it this turn. We didn't draw... Oh, man, we did not draw. Let's do this. This is going to be kind of funny. We're probably going to lose this game. I guess I'll play the Cape here just to have it in play, just in case my opponent has Mars or Red Card. And let's go ahead and do this. There's the Candy, which we can use now, but of course we cannot attack this turn. But if they have like Sabrina, we don't mind that. So we're definitely going to go ahead and do this. And I think that's going to be the turn. That was a pretty decent turn. Just double checking that I didn't miss anything. The downside here is they're going to one-shot me. We're probably going to lose this game. They one-shot me here. Of course, they do 120, and then the burn is going to kill me. And then I go into Hydreigon. I need to Lily before I Hydreigon. Otherwise, I will die. And with my luck, they're going to have, like, Giovanni. Although, a lot of decks I feel might just be playing red. So they might not have Giovanni. And again, that's another... Once again, that's a really good benefit of playing Hydreigon, is that it's a powerful card that is not an EX, right? So they only get 1 point. But, I mean, at this point, obviously, if they get that 1 point, it's over. What are we looking at here? So, yeah, I have to Lily here. I have to Lily, which is fine. Because now we might get to a point where... Because they're dead next turn, right? Right? I'm not missing anything, right? I think we just barely survive unless they have Geo, which with my luck they will, right? But it's like, if they don't have a way to knock out Hydreigon here, they're actually going to be scared. They're actually going to have to retreat. So that's one of the downsides to Megas. Of course, because Megas are worth 3 points. So if I happen to knock out Blaziken, I win the game. So if they go into like Entei and then I top deck Giovanni, then I win. If they have Giovanni themselves, though, once again, I lose. They have Mars. That's not going to be enough. Importantly, we did need that Lily. The Lily that we just lost, we need that. Otherwise we're going to die. So we need Lily, otherwise we lose. Yeah. Oh, we drew Lily. Did we just win against Blaziken? I think we did. Oh my god, yes. Oh, that's awesome. It feels so good. I've been doing some practice matches, you know, obviously it's not ranked, but I've been playing online, you know, this morning, and I've been running into a lot of Blaziken. It's a powerful card, a powerful deck, but we got it. We got those 3 points right off the bat, and you know, it looked like, and that's the interesting thing with megas and the balance of the game is you could have a game like this where it pretty much looks like you're losing the entire game, and if you're able to navigate that like we did, you just won. If you knock them out, you just get one game's worth of points in one turn, if that makes any sense. So you win the game in one shot if you are able to knock them out. So yeah, we maneuvered that pretty well, I would say. You know, my opponent was so close to winning, and of course we did draw the one card that we needed, but we already had it in our hand and they shuffled it away, so it's like we did have it. They just made us lose it, and then we just got it again, luckily. So that was awesome. You know, seeing Hydreigon perform like that is great, because again, I can't say this enough, I love Hydreigon. It's so cool. It's always been one of my favorite Gen 5 Pokemon. So let's do another game. Dino? I'm sorry, everyone. I say Dano. I pronounce the Hydreigon evolution line, the EI, with a A sound, because that's what I'm used to. A lot of people pronounce it with the I sound, so like Dino, Hydreigon. So again, I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And hey, we got that turn 2 Hydreigon. I'm going to cape here and just pass. But next turn we can Candy, put an energy on Hydreigon, or Candy Evolve, put an energy, and then use the ability. If they switch into Suicune, we knock it out because we have Geo. Ah, you're no fun, opponent. That's fine, because we might still be able to bait them. Like if they go into Suicune, we have Giovanni, so we can one-shot them effectively. Oh man, Hydreigon's so cool. I definitely don't want to use Geo here, and there's no reason to use Lily. Another big upside to Hydreigon, of course, the ability is very comparable to Giratina, but it does not end the turn immediately, where, of course, Giratina's ability does. So we knock them out. If they go into Froakie and evolve it with their Candy, we also knock out Greninja in one shot. And again, my opponent doesn't know it yet, but if they don't red card or Mars me, and if they don't have a cape, we win the game. Okay, that's not it. That's a beautiful artwork. I opened like 5 of those with the previous set. If they just pass the turn, we're winning. Oh my god, Hydreigon just completely carried this game. Right? Oh, we did it. That's amazing. Beautiful. Look at how beautiful. Let's just admire this for a second. I love that. It's funny because, like I said, I love Hydreigon. I saw it in the trailer when they released the trailer for the set like a couple weeks ago. I saw the Hydreigon card and I was like, oh, that actually looks kind of powerful. And then when I saw the leak for the set like a couple days ago, I was looking through the full art cards and I was like hoping to see Hydreigon. I was like, please let there be a full art. And I saw it and my jaw dropped. I was like, oh yes, I need that. And so of course, when the packs came out last night, I looked up which pack had Hydreigon in it. And I was only opening that pack. It was the Gyarados pack. I was only opening Gyarados packs until I got 2. Well, I was telling myself, like, if I get 2 of these full arts, that's great. But if I just open any Hydreigons, like 2 of them, that's fine. And I just happened to get lucky and open 2 of the full arts. So I had a lot of hourglasses saved up from previous sets. So I got lucky there. But look at that beautiful, beautiful card. And there is the deck once again. And hey, those games played out really, really well. And I mean, in both of the games, I mean, in the second game, it wasn't too much of a game because it was just over so quickly, but it really showcases the power of having Giovanni and Red in the deck, because it gives you that extra damage that you need to knock out a lot of the common EXs that you see. So, I mean, again, Hydreigon's awesome. I'm going to keep trying to develop this deck. In a few practice games before this video, I was like, I'm not sure about the EV Sylveon. Like, obviously, it draws you more cards, but I really liked how we played in the first game with the Blaziken deck, where we were able to like navigate, like retreat into Eevee early so we could evolve it into Sylveon to draw extra cards. So there's some play to that. Like, you don't always, unfortunately, you're not always going to be accumulating that energy on your like Hydreigon early, because that game we had to retreat into Eevee and evolve it. But again, just knowing those breakpoints, knowing what your opponent can do to knock you out, knowing how your game plan is going to play out to knock out potentially their threats, that's a good important part of winning now. As far as changes, please let me know if you have any ideas for changes or other cards that I could play in this type of deck. But Repel is the one where, in the previous format, Repel was very good because so many of the common decks played basics like, Darkrai Giratina, Suicune. The electric decks had a ton of basics, Oricorio, Zeraora, Tapu Koko, etc. Just so many basic Pokemon left and right that Repel was very good against almost everything. Even like there were like Guzzlord decks, even Buzzwole decks, right? There's so many basic Pokemon. The Mega Pokemon, I mean, not all of them, but a lot of them, the face cards of the set, Blaziken, Altaria, Gyarados, are of course evolutions, right? So if those Pokemon, especially like Blaziken and Altaria, also looks pretty powerful, if they become pretty prevalent in the meta, especially with this new Eevee, Eeveelutions are going to be good again. Sylveon is going to be back to being OP if it ever wasn't. So my point is, there's going to be, it feels like there's going to be a lot of evolutions in this meta, so I'm not certain about Repel. Maybe I should just be playing Cyrus. Maybe I could be playing another Giovanni or another Cape or something, or like Pokemon Center Lady or something because of Blaziken. We'll see. There's a lot of options, but final bottom line here is that this deck felt amazing, it looked amazing, and I had a lot of fun with it. So again, please let me know if you have suggestions to improve a Hydreigon deck, and I'm going to keep trying it myself. So hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, and please subscribe for more Pokemon TCG Pocket videos, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and a happy Halloween. Hydreigon, I guess, is kind of scary, right? Some people might find it scary, so I guess this is on theme for Halloween. Have a great one.